tell you all about the Lord of the Flies.
I still need to read it, though.
Hello, hello, hello. So I'm here in my awesome middle school classroom, and the reason I'm making this video is because my students are doing a project, a solo read project, or SSR, student selected reading, over books they've not read yet, but they probably should have read, but you know. So I've actually already done the project over Warhorse, but I'm gonna do it again because we're running out of motivation in here, so I want to give them some. So I'm gonna do it over Lord of the Flies because I am the only English teacher in the world who has not read it. Roll that intro.
I mean, humanity is just nasty, and there's no silver lining.
Wow.
Finished chapter 1 of Lord of the Flies, and it's surprisingly readable. Obviously I do know the story, and I did actually have to read it from ninth grade in ninth grade, so I read part of it, but I didn't read all of it, like, because I didn't want to. But I forgot that it was an omniscient point of view. I thought it was Ralph's point of view, but I also forgot that Ralph laughed at Piggy's nickname to start with. I thought he was better than that, but we know what this book says about humanity. To distract myself from how epically the Rangers are losing to the Astros, I'm playing Pokemon with the radio on in the background, just in case we make an epic comeback. I made it to page 58, which is probably like 30% of the way in. I don't know. But I'm going to bed. It is not even midnight yet, but I gotta sleep. I had a migraine this morning, and I'm getting over like really being really sick. But obviously, we know where this is going. There's a conch shell. Whoever's the shell has the power. I knew that was coming. But one thing I thought was really interesting was whenever Piggy had this shell, he didn't have the power with it. They still treated him like crap. And so this brings up a good one point just about bullying, how horrific it can be on a child, and two, just the way people treat fat people. Like, we're somehow less human because we're overweight and we're not worthy of, being respected because we're not as pleasing to the eye. I mean, obviously you can be fat and still be beautiful. Looky here. But yeah, it's bad. Apologies for the wet and messed up hair. It takes curly hair a long time to dry. And I was just reading Lord of the Flies, in the bath. And this is really interesting. So I think it's kind of the general consensus that this takes place during World War II, because the kids talk about the World War, and it was written in like 1957. I'll double check that. But I'm finding some clues that it's not. They're talking about the World War, but they're also talking about things that weren't around during World War II, namely television. They mention television many times. And while you could argue that, yes, these are rich public school kids, no one really had television, especially in World War II in England during all the rationing and everything. So I think this book takes place in the future. And if there had been a World War II before now, or World War III before now, which there's arguments we're creeping up on it. But yeah, as of now, I think this book takes place in a distant/near future. There's just no way of knowing when World War III is coming. So I think this book takes place during World War III. And obviously I haven't finished yet, but I'd like to see the consensus on that. So this is my setup for her limitless online tournament for Pokemon. I have to have 2 devices because this is my computer and it's really cheap. So I'm using an older computer to check the dashboard. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. It's my first online tournament, but the deck I have right now, so this is just like a practice game I'm doing, is really powerful. So I figured, why not try? Okay, I am in the tournament and my opponent is super nice, so he's kind of leading me through it. I'm assuming it's a he. I probably shouldn't assume things. I got a mulligan, so gotta. Oh, he got one too. Okay, he's playing Ethan's Typhlosion. I stand a chance here. Okay, here we go. I feel a little bit bad. I just one-shot this guy, and he knows it's my first tournament. Well, guess I'm moving on. Being at the doctor's office because I have a sinus infection again. Woo. Evidently, there is a beast on this island because they are now chasing after it like a sky beast. I don't know what that is, and I don't recall it from ninth grade. So, the one thing I do recall about this is that the creepers are flies. They keep calling them creepers instead of flies. So, maybe there are no flies in the future. What a good future that would be. You 3D printed axolotl, so cute. Hello. Hello. Just read a very, very dramatic scene between Jack and Ralph. If you've read the book, I'm sure you know what we're talking about because I'm all the way right here. Let me show you what I'm doing on my project. So here's my cover that I printed out. Still not done with the book. I'm gonna finish it either today or tomorrow. So I will cover up the name. But this is one I've gotten from my student. Look how awesome. They're doing such a good job. So I went to Canva and made this little wild man. And you can see his hair is originally black, so I just put red hair over it. And if we're doing a red-headed wild man, who's my character? Jack Meredith. So I'm just gonna cut this out and like either just glue or staple it onto there. All right, so I got him down, and that means I only have one more page left to complete. So I will finish the book tonight, and tomorrow I will fill this out with my class and then give you a little video review. Let's go. I finished it, and you know, I don't think I was really missing much by not having read it. Glad I never taught it. There's not much to it. These boys on an island, they all turn to savages. There is some merit around the whole, oh, you know, if you're going to be an English teacher, there are certain things you should be familiar with. That's why I read it. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't dislike it. I probably will never read it again. Definitely will never teach it unless someone makes me. So, Lord of the Flies is a great book. It's great ninth grade reading material. But there are better alternatives out there. Because books like this, not going to be for everyone. But somebody needs to send Mr. Christopher Nolan the rights so he can make a movie of this. Because that'd be awesome. Bye, guys.